All the photographs that you see in this exhibition are taken in a very small room, which is my wife's painting studio in our home. I have to thank her for an enormous part of these photographs, because in the background very often is her work. I wanted to do something that I could control and make my own at home, and at the same time I knew that it was going to be very difficult to give it a personal stamp, because so many photographers have treated that subject before me. So I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to produce something personal. I hope I have developed a style in doing these photos over the last few years. I enjoy doing this work because it's completely separated from my film work. It stands or falls on its own, and completely on my own doing it. And I think it feeds into my film work, and my film work might feed into it. There's a kind of cross-fertilization going on. I work in a similar way to that in the way I work in movies. I don't do an enormous amount of preparation. I just prepare the room it takes me an hour or so before the session, and then it's intuitive, and I work quickly. I don't usually spend more than an hour or an hour and a half taking the photographs. So different from my film work, which is always in color, that I enjoy it for that reason. And I do everything myself. I print them myself.
And you think, Annie, that one day you will come to the digital, even in the photos, or not?
I think I will be obliged to, because film is disappearing quickly, and it's becoming really hard to find the materials to work with. Paper and film is hard to find. When I'm working on a movie, I'm working with a director and with actors, with a production designer. I'm not autonomous. I'm not really the author, the sole author of the work on the screen. It's a fusion of talents, whereas my photography is entirely my own. So I do feel different, yeah. I started photography when I was a small child, so I wasn't looking for it. I was just becoming obsessed with images when I was a small child, with making images. And I've got photographs which I took when I was 5 years old, but are all low angles, taken from down here. The only thing that's changed is that I'm taller.
Bon. I'd like, there is something that I'd like to know. Do you think that you stay with this, direction of your work, or you are looking already for another direction, something that it's a finished work, or not yet, or you go on with this in this direction?
I want to go on a bit more, but my constant concern is that I might be repeating myself. So I'm not sure whether I'll be able to go on in this direction for very much longer, but I'm going to try and push it a bit further.